The region appears to be preparing for a U.S. military strike on Syria. Obviously, the White House is still weighing its options, and we don't know what's about to happen. But the Syrian military is on high alert and is reportedly taking defensive measures following President Trump's statement that the U.S. will respond forcefully. Russian and Syrian leaders are still continuing to deny that poisonous chemicals were used in Douma, and both countries are now saying they'll invite chemical weapons experts to visit the site to prove this point. But we're also seeing military preparations by the Assad regime and Russia. Fox News has also learned that the Russian military is trying to jam U.S. drones in Syria. This could have a really big impact on how the U.S. responds to this weekend's chemical weapons attack. Sandra, obviously we're seeing the stakes being raised very high. There's a lot of concern about what happens next, and does it escalate? Is it a one-off type of strike if anything does happen? This is a region very much on edge right now.
Connor, how likely is it that chemical weapons experts will be allowed into Douma?
There isn't a lot of trust for either Vladimir Putin or for Bashar al-Assad. And today, just a short while ago, German Chancellor Angela Merkel basically responded unenthusiastically to this idea that somehow weapons experts are going to be allowed to go into Douma. She said that the evidence is very clear already that chemical weapons were used in Douma this weekend. And most Western leaders, whether it's the Trump administration or the Brits or the Germans, they believe that Russia and Syria play this sort of game of proposing one thing and then slow walking it to try to prevent it from happening. We've seen this a lot of times in the UN where there's been numerous ceasefire agreements that have been proposed, and then the feeling is that the Russians and the Assad regime just sort of slow walk these ceasefire proposals, that they don't really ever materialize because they want to continue their attacks. And there's a lot of feeling, Sandra, that this proposal to allow chemical weapons experts into Douma, that this is all part of sort of the same playbook that we've seen the Russians and the Syrians use time and time again, which is to propose one thing, slow walk it, and then to sort of stave off any type of international response.
Connor Powell, thank you.